doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Greystone, travel.
Check 15, check 15.
Check, crunch. Lee Griffin.
On the ground, it's Geis. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Geis. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go. Snap.
From the gun, back. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Ready? Choose the mic, boy. 52. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Off. 52. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He completes this one to Mack. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, He's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense, as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Topper.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Washington. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Washington gets it going right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, he's going to launch this thing way down. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Back. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down, Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a throw here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 36-yard line.
Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 10 yards out, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Marr now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any point. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
56, Mike, 56. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Monk's 50. Monk's 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 18-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I got you, boy. He's coming.
This is Geis. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Third down, here's Geis. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. Geis. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And Lobo.
It's just me and you.
On first down, Beck. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Beck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Jackson now finds his tight end Ingram, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He'll rifle this one deep right. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tyree Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
This will be taken short, and he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Throwing on first down. Beck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Beck. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
If they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 6. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fleming. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside at 2 minutes to go now in the third.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Lead Griffin.
From the gun on 3rd down. Beck. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Check nine.
Here we go with Geis. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped a double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You gonna see me and your night.
Off play action. Beck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. On 4th down, Beck. And that is going to be incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Hey, look right.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready, set.
Check 45 to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Let's go.
Now a run with Geis. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 18, Gator.
Tight end left. 4 down.
Hey, Haywood. Snipe.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Beck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
35's the mic. Come on.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 35, Mike 35. I smell fear in that offense. I smell
Throwing on 3rd and long. Beck, he's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Yes, yes.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Here we go, here we go.
Big grip, big grip.
On 4th down, Beck looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Mike 52. Hey, pick your game.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man once again, it's Thielen. 25 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, Beck. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On 1st down, Beck. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So that one will be accepted. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Here's Jackson to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. There goes Green. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Ready, break.
First down, Washington.
Off the play fake. Beck. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Looking to throw. Beck. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Throw left side complete. That's Fleming. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Beck going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
35's the mic.
Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Beck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Giants, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Washington...